What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Boompa World. With yesterday's Selection Sunday, for many, it's really the only time we get into college basketball and watch it, and what better way to get me in the loop, get in the mood, get our bracketology juices flowing, than run through like a bracket or something on a college basketball game on the PS2. I tried March Madness 08 with KD on the cover at first because that's the only college basketball game I owned. But my disc was on trash, epilepsy warning mode basically, so I had to go to a local game store to show my dedication. I got College Hoops 2K7, even though 2K8 is actually their last iteration. JJ Redick drew me in on the cover, and on the back it stated that 2K was the #1 rated college basketball game 4 years in a row, which is just a direct middle finger to EA, along with online leagues and the real college coaches' likenesses.
Yahoo!
Write that in the notes section in the game manual. A great feature. They also got dudes rapping about college basketball teams and stuff on the main menu. Kinda sounds like those Eminem meme videos.
In a Ford Taurus, getting an abortion and a divorce at the same time the years support.
He's like rapping like
Gonzaga, Montana
and shit. It's all part of this like original soundtrack that is really weird, not full of slappers. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's dive right into the Pontiac tournament mode. And if you guys are ready for a good time, enjoy the video. Definitely leave a like and subscribe for more Boompa World. But yeah, let's hop right in. We will be back for the legacy mode and our Steve Jobs coach. But for now, we're in the Pontiac tournament mode. Look, the G6 hardtop convertible is hard to ignore. So awesome and cool. I'm glad no college athletes got paid, but to be in Pontiac's pockets to show off these now discontinued coupes. I picked the Louisville Cardinals for no other reason than that Drake line about their old coach.
Rick Pitino, I take him to strip clubs and casinos.
But yeah, we just dropped into the NCAA tournament. We're the 7 seed playing the 10 seed, Utah. And I could have edited the teams, and I should have because Ohio State is not here, so we do not have Greg Oden, which is unfortunate. But where are we dropping, boys? The jump ball is decided by who can rapidly tap square better, which you don't see like ever. It's always like tap triangle at the perfect time. But after changing the camera to 2K, I can't lie, I honestly felt right at home. This being my first college 2K basketball game and my first PS2 2K game, I was mildly impressed. There was icon and lead passing, calls for screen, flipping through plays, a general clarity that EA Sports games just don't have. But yeah, we ended up destroying the Utes. The gameplay was super easy to get used to. My team got a lot of steals. It felt very easy. I feel like these next few years, like 2K7, 2K8, 2K9, was really when 2K's gameplay really started making like impossible to ignore leaps over NBA Live. And it kind of just made the other basketball games just feel outdated. Coming from playing live, feeling like any paint defense is actually making an impact is an improvement. Yeah, this game just feels like more sophisticated basketball, which I mean went for 2K football at the time as well. No March Madness ensued so far, as we'll be facing the 2nd seed favored North Carolina, a staple threat in college basketball. It was time for an upset because we're about to step on Tyler Hansbrough. He was their #1, he's their number 50 white boy. And I really forgot how OP he was at the time when I was growing up. I remember this kid in my 3rd grade was clout chasing, saying that he was his cousin because, I don't know. Yeah, they also had NBA players like Ty Lawson, who's out of the league now, and Danny Green, who's still kind of draining threes and mostly talking on podcasts. Oh yeah, and also Wayne Ellington, who I think is bouncing around the NBA somewhere. But we kept the ball out of the big white man's hands. The chase to the guy with the ball defense works so far, and we got a couple lucky jumpers to fall. My team went crazy. Even though we barely kept ahead in the first half, the second half had a bunch of fast breaks, good pick and rolls, ball movement. I was just like, wow, this felt smooth. It was like easier to play than I thought it would be. But a sore lack of the dribble stick, an incalculable loss. It limits our sauciness. But you know, there's still like crossovers and stuff in the game. You just kind of have to like force the left stick and hope. But yeah, we kind of got those as our point guard was still on James Harden, Donovan Mitchell fusion mode, going crazy. Look at this dagger. Another easy dub, and for the Sweet 16, I decided I had to change the difficulty from starter to all conference. Those little corny college difficulty names. But we got lucky though, as there actually was another upset, and we have to face the Buffalo Bulls and end their Cinderella story. We had a good first half by our dog of a point guard. His name is Andre McGee, and we also have a thick white center who plays power forward named David Paget. But one thing I noticed was that it was a 2K game that you couldn't just blow by everyone. And also, transition defense was actually good, something new 2K games could learn from. Now, I won't lie to you and say the gameplay is better than new 2Ks. It's just more shallow overall, and it's not bad, it just leaves some to be desired. Like making jumpers and free throws though was super satisfying, and like you can feel huge momentum swings, and I don't know, once you get these highlight plays and after forcing up some ugly mid-ranges, it does feel rewarding. I feel like it reflects the college game more and doesn't have the same razzle-dazzle and shot creation that the NBA has today. I did appreciate stealing being with the stick and not like square. I feel like it's much more interactive, and I feel like it was kind of like a newer feature around this time. But yeah, we beat ass and we head into the Elite Eight. I peeked around and we saw Kentucky and Duke both losing. I mean, Coach K taking an L in the first round. Hopefully he doesn't do that this year in a special retirement tour, but he just acts like such a wiener sometimes. Like, I would not be surprised and everyone would be happy. But yeah, Kansas was a good game. I don't really remember any standout moments. McGee did his thing, and the typical swarm the guy with the ball defense once again worked. Our white power forward, as I said, David Paget, was nice. Said on the website he was the team's co-captain, so good on him. He led us, and he gave us little pep talks. But yeah, Kansas apparently had Heat legend Mario Chalmers and Cavs legend Sasha Khan, 2 NBA champions, and some of LeBron's best teammates. Sasha Khan actually only played 1 year, and it was the year that they came back 3-1. So he's kind of in the GOAT talks. But yeah, it was pretty much a back and forth that I just edged out towards the end. It was definitely a better challenge on all conference, but their guys were just too slow and couldn't cheese around me dribbling or getting open threes. I actually watched the post-game report for this one, and since it wasn't that same reused one with like the Inside the NBA people, it was definitely refreshing, period. We did it, Joe. We made it to the Final Four, which is a great notch for the Boompa World legacy, but we aren't done yet. We don't count those. We need championships on this channel. We just got a Super Bowl in Madden 06. We can't disappoint. But yeah, we're playing against the Fighting Illini, and they're always weirdly good. I feel like them and Louisville are always sleepers. They're always gonna find their way in the March Madness tournament. And yeah, the first half was a dogfight, but I completely shat on them in the second half. That Final Four Atlanta art on the center court is just like cute and nostalgic, especially for me because I remember my neighbor actually ended up going to the Final Four that year and gave us like this basketball. But yeah, let's head to the national championship, damn it, because yeah, Illinois fell to the wayside on the second half. And Mississippi State made it all the way to the championship. They're a 1 seed. But when I looked at their overalls, they were pretty much ass. I probably should have edited some of the teams in, like I said earlier. Like, definitely should have added OSU with Greg Oden. I mean, I did have Texas in here, who has Kevin Durant, even if the 5-minute halves didn't really let him get in his groove. And in the reality, Florida winning it all this year with the big three of Joakim Noah, Al Horford, and Corey Brewer, who, if you know, were some bucket getters and some high-intensity players. They lost in this game's like Sweet 16. One of who stands tall, the Louisville Cardinals, as we will hoist this trophy, be champions and whatnot. But overall in this game, I had more fun than I cared to admit, and I will definitely be coming back on the channel for that legacy mode, which seemed crazy, starting off on like a small college, making all these decisions, working your way up, scouting, development, looked deep to the level of like an NFL head coach type game. That's gonna be fun. But after winning the tournament, I feel satisfied, and this was just a quick video getting us all in the mood for some fucking March Madness, walking down memory lane with a banger. 2K8 was, like I said, their final iteration, probably just as much of a hit as this. The little tournament mode was cool. I don't know why it had to be sponsored by Pontiac, obviously for money, and it had other choices besides the NCAA tournament, like the conference championships and shit. I didn't see like that one tournament where they're like on the military base though. That would have been cool. Like games just don't really have that same attention to detail anymore, like adding stuff like that. They kind of just depend on multiplayer fun to fill in the obvious cracks of their game and want you to spend money to have cosmetics and wah. College hoops would not be bad to come back with the modern evolutions. I mean, now that they're paying athletes. But in its current form, it's still a pretty good simulation experience, especially for being from 2006. No dribble stick hurts it immensely, but the hop steps, step backs, icon passing, taking charges, it makes this game still manage to feel ahead of its time. Anything EA really has ever done, period. And it's on the PS2. 2K is still the basketball king, but I wish they had some competition to push them further. And maybe it could even be within their own company. With one team making like a college basketball game and the other making NBA. I don't even know if that's allowed. I don't know, it could push them to make something better. They could learn from each other. But at the end of this, with all the quality and modes within College Hoops 2K7, we can just once again ask for developers for more. Please. 2K23, that's like 20 years ahead. But that's really all I got for this one. I wish you all luck on your March Madness bracket. Something about brackets reminds me of middle school. I don't know, it's in the air. My gym teacher complaining about his bracket. I don't know. Like and subscribe to help Boompa World grow. Get out the word. This channel's a good vibe. Grow with me. Talk to me. Leave any comments in below. And yeah, thanks for watching, making it to the end. I love you guys. See you guys again soon.